the Change Food Fest. We have an absolutely amazing day ahead of us. But before we get started, I just wanted to share with you a couple observations that I've made over the past year. The first one, and I find this really interesting, how come we're not congratulating ourselves? All the success that the food movement has is going unnoticed. But have you realized that the reason millennials care about food and how it was produced and where it comes from is from the work that you've been doing for 10, 20, 30 years. The reason Big Food is changing its practices is because you watchdogged them and you held them accountable to the truth. You are the reason that the food system has changed and that healthy local food is becoming the norm. So it's time we start to take credit for all the great work that we've done and that we acknowledge the success that we've had. So I want to say to all of you, congratulations. The other thing that I've noticed is that there's been a change, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of it, but there's a whole other movement that started that I call it, and other people call it, the food tech movement. And that's Silicon Valley, venture capitalists, all the startups, and all the money that's come into food. Now, what I've noticed is that there's not a lot to almost no talking between the good food movement and the food tech movement, and I think that could be potentially problematic in the future. In 2015 alone, $5.7 billion was invested in food startups and food technology. That's not money that went into the food movement. That's money going into the food tech movement. What's happening is Silicon Valley is investing in food, venture capitalists are investing in food, Big Food have their own accelerator programs now, and they're buying up startups right and left because they know there's a problem. They know they have to change, but they don't know what to do. So I wanted to figure out a little more what was going on. So I went to a couple of food tech conferences this year. And you know what I found out? Nobody from the good food movement was there. Now there are some people, and some I call friends, who walk the line of food tech and good food. But nobody from good food was on a panel. Nobody from Good Food was speaking. Nobody from Good Food was in the audience. But I'll tell you this, Big Food was there. And I didn't agree with a lot of things they were saying. So I think it's time that we realize that we have to look at this new food tech movement. And those of us in the Good Food movement, we need to start to get more involved. So I'm going to take this opportunity to share a couple things with you. A couple of my pet peeves. So number one, and this is my biggest pet peeve, we do not need 3D printed ravioli. We don't need it. We don't need it. What we need to teach kids how to cook. We need to teach people how to garden. We need to get more farmers on the land. We don't need all these sexy ideas. I have nothing wrong with technology. Refrigerators that tell you when your food is going bad are fantastic. GPS satellite stuff that tells you when your fields need to be watered, definitely needed. But we don't need these sexy ideas that really don't mean much. Technology is not the answer. Technology is the means to get us to the answer. People are the answer. We are the foundation of ours and each other's success. We need to invest in the infrastructure of our communities. We need to invest in the people and the programs that are on the ground, that have been working for years, that are successful. And they're successful with little to no funding. So do you know who Tony Hillary from Harlem Grown is? Ron Finley, LA, Steve Ritz, Green Bronx Machine, LaDonna Redmond, Karen Washington, Davita Davison, Angel Rodriguez, Carrie Jr. I could go on and on. If you don't know them, fortunately, you're going to hear from a bunch of them this afternoon. But these people and their programs, they're not only helping provide food, they're providing living wage jobs. They're lifting up the local economy. They are literally saving lives. And you know what? Investors are not investing in them. And that makes no sense to me. You're telling me that a glorified online CSA app that just went out of business, that lost $26 million, is less risky of an investment than the store People's Grocery has been trying to open for 10 years in Oakland, that is bullshit. That is 100% USDA certified organic bullshit. What I want the investors to know is that if you think these programs and these visionaries are risky investment, hire them a CFO, hire them a COO, partner with them. Do not go into their community and tell them what to do. They're already successful at what they're doing, but they need help. We need to start working closer together. So look, I'm part of this too. I, for years, have said that I believe everyone deserves healthy, safe, delicious food. And I believe that. I really believe that. But it's talk. So that's ending today. I'm announcing right now the launch of the Change Food Center. The Change Food Center is a place that people can go where they can connect, they can collaborate, they can create. We're going to work to build bridges between the good food movement and the food tech movement, and within the movement itself. We're going to be a place for people to come to find the resources and the marketing help that they need. And I invite all of you to join me. If you go to changefood.org, we have an action statement there. Please feel free to sign it, and we'll get in touch with you with plans in the future. But the reason I'm asking all of you to join in this effort is that it's only by working together that we will change food. Thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody.